Welcome to RecipeCheckr. Today I'm going to show you how to make a real good phulka. Phulka is an Indian bread. It's a very popular Indian bread. Cooking it with almost very minimalistic oil. So it's very healthy and it is recommended for many people, especially people with cardio issues. And the whole technique of making phulka is that how it's going to puff up nicely. So what I have here is the whole wheat flour, probably about 250 grams. I have some sugar and I have some salt and I have some dusting for the refined flour. Usually the dough for phulka is going to be about medium soft. So that means I'm going to add around about 50% of the water. So this is the atta or the whole wheat flour. So I've taken up and I'm going to add probably about just a pinch of sugar, about 2 pinches of salt. And I'm adding about 125 ml of water. Usually the water content absorbed by a flour is about 50 to 60%. So it depends on the soft or hard dough you're looking for. So the whole important technique about making the dough is you have to knead it very well, because once you are kneading it well, you get the right gluten formation. So I didn't measure the water, but if you want to really bit nervous about that the first time you're making, take about 50% of the flour's weight into a water. And we are not adding oil in the process of making now. We are adding only at the end, just to a few drops of it. So you see that this is the right dough here, and it's a bit sticky because the gluten is not formed. I'm kneading it nicely well and firm. This is a very quick dish. Kneading will take about 5 to 10 minutes. Then you rest the dough for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then making phulka is about 5 to 10 minutes. So it's a very quick dish. You make the dough, you always use your base of your hand and then just give a press and then roll it up. Dough is ready now, and I'm going to put about few drops of oil, not adding into the dough. Just want to make sure it doesn't get dry. Wet cloth, cover it and rest it for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to roll the dough and making a phulka. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it as a small size balls, about 30 grams, and I'm going to roll it tight and just leave this aside. And probably if you want to do it a little quicker, or even you can just make it as a tube kind of a shape and then cut it in equal parts, so that will give you an even sized phulkas. So I'm going to take a knife and probably I'll cut. So I'm going to roll this. I'm using some plain flour for dusting. So make it as round as possible. So this is fine. This is ready. I roll the phulkas. Is really thin rolling I did, and that is very important. The phulka has to be really, really thin. The making phulka is a technique. So basically you need to have 2 burners. Obviously all your home ranges will have 2 burners, and choose the biggest burner you have, which to finally puff up the phulka, because you need the higher flame. And also there is a technique of making phulka. Usually the phulka making is you put on a tawa and you half cook it, and then you transfer it into a direct flame, and then that's where it will puff up. So I'm using one of those phulka grills, which you can easily buy it on any of those Indian shops. So I'm just taking the rolled chapatis and putting it in the tawa, and you have to constantly just keep rotating. So it's just getting cooked, and you can see at this stage itself it's trying to puff up a little bit, and then putting it, rotating it, so it's half lesser cooked here. So this is cooked. So this is a really nicely puffed up phulka. And another important thing is the phulka, don't leave the phulka maker onto the flame. Otherwise what happens is this will get really hot. The moment you put the chapati, it gets sticked and get burnt. So the moment you're going to puff it up, that is the time you need to expose this into the flame. This is the important technique. One of the very important characteristics of the pulka is once it's puffed up and it's going to flatten it up, and after that it remains soft. So that makes it an ideal food for you for traveling. If you want to go for a long travel, this is something has a higher shelf life and absolutely no oil, and you can pack it and take it along with you. And if your kids feel like it's a little dry, you can add some ghee and making it more interesting. Thank you so much for watching today. Hope the techniques and the making of pulka gave you some kind of an information and improve your cooking. Thank you so much.